It's the NFL on EA Sports, and all eyes are on the Packers' burner at wide receiver, whose utter dominance has moved him within range of the single-season receiving record. It's the Packers and the Jags, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we interplay here. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fighting his way through contact. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Rodgers' throw complete there to St. Brown. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Here's Rodgers. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And 22 more yards there and another first down. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 21 carries, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. An opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
First down, going to the air with Love. Got his man, that's Luke Musk. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry, and now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. It might take them more time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Rodgers. under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Rodgers now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there. Forcing a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, this was a clear day in September. I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
First down, Love to pass. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jags will take over here just shy of the 30.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the post game. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Love now to pass on first down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jalen Reagor standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You look at this Packers defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Man open. That's Calvin Ridley. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 42 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So second and long, you've got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
On 1st and 10, Love. There's Trumbo, the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Love's throw complete to Rager.
Touchdown, Packers. Jalen Rager. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
Rodgers handing to Montgomery. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Hey, look at this Packers defense.
They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
To throw now. Here's Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it.
Touchdown, Packers!
Tommy Tremble.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And Not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
The Jags with a football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a first down coming up. Throwing now is Rodgers.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Now it's Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And now off to the races down the right side.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, not able to believe their good fortune probably. 1st and goal at the 2. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Jalen Reagor
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Packers are able to add on to their first-half lead. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And a run is on here in this first half.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Rodgers hands to Montgomery. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throwing is Rodgers. Over the middle, it's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
We're backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
Jalen Reagor and the offense back out for another series here.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Jordan Love ready on first down here. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That'll be caught. It's Reagor. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Packers. Jalen Reagor on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers have opened the lead up to 30. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make...
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Following the interception, Love.
A throw on the money to Reagor.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And his throw here's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That's a Packers touchdown. Jalen Reagor from 21 yards away.
And the Packers are pouring it on. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken at the 46. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Jalen Reagor and the offense back out for another series here.
For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic. He can do so many things, but take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season, and you said to him, okay, I have a vision that you...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! A great play there. 41 yards.
And the Packers have got it on cruise control. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the rout is on here in this first half.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Kingsley Enagbari in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Well, it's a Packers touchdown.
Tommy Trimble,
his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Packers extend their lead yet again. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left. More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Returnable here from the 38. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jalen Reagor and the offense back out for another series here.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers.
Tommy Tremble
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Jalen Reagor and the offense back out for another series here.
And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. First down, going to the air with Love. Wide open receiver, complete. Yeah, he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing, Love. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And quickly, they get to the line. Love now.
Over the middle, complete into the hands of Tremble.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. Love looking to throw it.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Love.
Jalen Reagor,
34 yards.
and the Packers just continue to roll. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
again. Quay Walker, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. First down, Love to pass. He's got it at the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. On 1st and 10, Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are pouring it on. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think, yeah.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Evan Ingram, 71 yards. And the Jaguars are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Gonzalez good on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Packers now to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Love now to pass on 1st down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And some room to run now. Touchdown! A big play there. 75 yards. And the Packers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And now out come the Jags. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play, Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. And the Packers pick it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Love. Packers are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they'll get him down here at the 23.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
21 yards there on third down.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
On play action. Now Rodgers. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Kingsley Enagbari in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. The result, only 4 yards there on the play.
And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Rodgers now to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. On first down, Rodgers. This one caught by Ridley. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 3.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And completes it to Kirk over the middle.
And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars first down as the tackle is made at the 28-yard line.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. Great move by Montgomery. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete.
And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
You kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
To throw is Rodgers. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Zay Jones,
his first touchdown on the year.
And And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jalen Reagor and the offense back out for another series here.
He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Emmanuel Forbes on the coverage.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Okay, ready?
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10
at their own 24.
Red, cycle. Blaster, stick. Needle, blue. Ready.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Brings up 2nd and 16 at the 18-yard line.
To throw now. Here's Love. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Now Love. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right.
He's got a man, complete.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown.
Jalen Reagor,
82 yards.
And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as he just added on to that big lead.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Man open, here is Jones. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Going up the gut, Montgomery. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Rodgers going to throw. A slant to Jones. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Jaguars.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's third and a few inches.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
David Montgomery, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to at least get 1 score back.
Gonzalez good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Rodgers.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
There he goes again.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Carlson on for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. And the Packers give him nowhere to go. They bring him down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. They're certainly in a pickle here try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now?
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a down